Good morning, Guardians. All right, I hope you can hear me pretty okay. Um, I don't think I have the audio in the background up too high on the game. Let me go double check that. Whoops, wrong button. All right, well, see, our score's pretty low. We're okay. We're okay. I'm gonna take the music all the way out though, and I don't need all the dialogue. I use sound effects mostly when I'm in PvP, but since we're not gonna be doing any of that, I'm gonna be chatting over everything. We're just gonna do it this way. So first off, as usual, we're gonna go pick up our gunsmith bounties, because it's the most consistently fun thing to do for me. Kinetic calibrations, heavy grenade launchers, sniper rifles, and a hand cannon. Okay, that's excellent. I don't have a sniper rifle. Let's go get a sniper rifle. I have the Izanagi's Burden, which is from I believe it's a Japanese creation myth. So you have Izanagi and you have Izanami. I think Izanami is the one who got stuck in the underworld, and Izanagi was trying to go rescue her, and he ended up becoming corrupted, so he needed to cleanse himself in a mystical river. So his burden, I guess, would be the whole being the father of creation, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I hate to be erroneous. So still fucking with the stupid chest cold. I think I prefer. I don't know. I don't know if I prefer snots over cough. Neither one is pleasant. But I think Snots is a bit more manageable. I don't know why I did that. I'm supposed to be going to the Cosmodrome for this, because we're just going to go ahead and pop out these bounties real fast, and then I think I'm going to go and let's see. Do we have any? We still have some silver leaves, so we could turn into ash. I need to. I don't need anything actually. I'm still trying to farm better pieces. I think instead of going for the spark of mobility, I can't change it once you make it, which means that I'll have to pick up another helmet. I think I'm going to go for a spark of resilience or a spark of intellect. So I want the. I don't care very much about the recovery, because if you need to, if you don't finish the engagement, then you, as a character, deserve to be taken down. It's just the way it is. On that note, and relevant to a couple of situations, nobody deserves to be in pain. It may be your fault you got hurt, but you don't deserve to be in pain. And when I say hurt, I'm not just talking physically. I mean mentally and emotionally as well. I just, pain is the body's way of saying, hey, don't do that again. And is the body's way of reminding us not to do that again. Oh, I just forgot that this is a kinetic, right? It's in the kinetic spot, but it's okay. You know what? This is what I don't like about sniper rifles. You can't. There really are long range weapons, but at the same time, it's kind of like, eh. I see so many people use them like muskets. I'm like, how do you do that? Your field of vision must be like way the hell off. We're gonna go ahead and just do all the things. Oh, of course, misadventure. I love it right off the bat. That's good times. So in Raid Shadow Legends, which is a cute little mobile game that I play, they just had clan versus clan, and we were definitely put up against some whales. The clan I'm in is not. We're not any slouches. We do really good with the clan boss and all that, and we've got some top borders when it comes to the arena in general. But this group that we were set up against, I mean, it's like our top guy was doing something like. Let's see if I can bring it back up real fast here. Our top score was 200,091 points. Huh? How did that happen? Wait, how in the fuck did we lose? We had so many more points than them. Oh, We lost because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 members of our group didn't even play. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members of, so they had at least a good 10% more people playing than we did. Oh, he's just going to go ahead and take all my kills. Go for it. I am not in the mood. Speaking of having to deal with competitive players or PvPers, um, I got an email this morning from Drive-Thru RPG. The Star Trek role-playing game actually has this is a tabletop version, by the way, not the online one that you can download for free on PlayStation and play. It's really actually kind of fun. I do have it in my library. I don't have the time to invest in an RPG on computer when I can play tabletop games so much easier. Anyway, they have a solo version, and it's still the 300 plus book, but it's got a supplemental material in there too, so you can run games as a solitaire. And the reason why I like solo role-playing game systems is that it builds a truly cooperative environment, because even though you can play by yourself, which is great for like testing out things, like if you want to design a series of encounters for your play group, you can actually run them as the GM using oracles to operate player choices based upon what you would suspect your players will do. You can weight those decisions, like you walk up to a door and it's locked. Well, you have 4 players in your group. At least 2 of them are going to check for traps. And one of them is probably just going to go ahead and try and jimmy the door. And the other one's just going to go ahead and just, pick the lock. So there's a 2 in 4 chance to check for traps, a 1 in 4 chance to jimmy the lock, and a 1 in 4 chance to force their way through. And then you just, roll a d4. You get a 3 and a 4. You get a 2 and a 3. They check for traps first, and that's really the simplest way to do it. But you can have more complexity to that. You can actually spread the numbers out by using a higher range die, which is perfectly fine. But anyway, the whole point is that you can play test a scenario or a module, get familiar with it as the GM, running it either from the player perspective and using GM emulators. Or you can flip the tables and the mechanics and use the GM emulator to emulate what players would choose to do. It's not hard to figure it out. It's all in the math. But anyway, so Star Trek has a solo role-playing game variant, and it was only $18, which is a PDF. I'm okay with downloading a 25 to 30 page PDF. I don't really dig anything larger than that as a PDF, namely because it just feels I don't have a screen big enough to display 2 pages at once. And I don't have a Chromebook powerful enough to support a PDF editor that'll then put in bookmarks and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I do, and I just haven't really taken the time to figure it out. So super excited to get into that this afternoon. Some light reading, as usual, for me is reading rule books, and yeah, I do that. When I was in high school, my shop teacher found out that I was into technical manuals, and so he was always bringing in all these like welding books and electrician manuals. And while I don't know shit for electrical work, I'd have to go off of a schematic. But that's the thing. I'm a happy little monkey, and you put a recipe in front of me, and I will fucking bang it out, pretty easily. Which is why I love building model kits and following tutorials on fibercraft and all that other kind of fun stuff. Because I'm a task-driven individual, and I enjoy working from formula, which is all a recipe really is. It's just a formula. It's all formulas. Everything, even in life. I mean, fuck, dude. Bowl, cereal, milk, spoon. There you go. There's a formula. That's breakfast. So yeah, gonna read through that. Probably drop an opinion later on if I come back to Destiny at the end of the day. Let you all know what I think about the game. Because the reason why I bring this all up is because this will not be the first time I play a Star Trek RPG. Back in my high school days, a buddy of mine was a big role playing gamer, and we used to play during lunchtime in the cafeteria or in the lunchroom, and we played. It was actually one of the few times that we played without dice and without actual characters. He would basically just he would. It's funny as fuck because it's like total theater of the mind. He had memorized all the rules and stats that he needed, and all I needed to know was is my character more likely or less likely to do a thing. And then he brought the Star Trek role playing game, which I can't remember who it was that first made it. Um, and we wanted to play that, and I was like, oh my god, my buddies and I in grade school we used to role play or play act uh, and reenact the episodes for that week's Star Trek series. This, of course, is all just a little bit before the TNG came out, so we're still referencing the movies in the original series. And anyway, I was like, that's kind of also why I think a classmate of mine back in grade school wanted to bring D&D, because we did spend a good 2 to 3 lunch breaks a week, reenacting the episodes or coming up with our own episodes of Star Trek. And it was, I mean, I'm sure that was a major reason why we got bullied as badly as we did, because you have people running around flashing the Vulcan salute and speaking techno babble. I'm sure it was too tempting to pass up as a bully. But anyway, the point being is that I didn't like the rule set. It was way too fucking crunchy. I was already playing Traveler with him, and that was simulationist to begin with. I mean, if I had an evening to myself, I'd sit down with a deck plan and would just build a courier or a scout, and that was a lot of fun in itself. Like I said, I like building things. I like making things, especially from recipes and formulas. Um, and so, yeah, I would spend many, many evenings designing whole sectors and colonies and starships, and even sitting there and trying to homebrew a few weapons and some survey gear and all that kind of stuff. And Traveler was, in my opinion, crunchy. In retrospect, not as crunchy as, say, something like Pathfinder or even the Star Trek role playing game. And I was like, it really kind of turns me off, man. I don't really dig a lot of rules. I like the idea that I am aware of what my character is most likely able to take care to do and less likely able to take care of and do. And I mean, when you think about it, that's all RPGs really are. Is you're pretending to be somebody else, and you have a referee to help you sort out whether or not a situation is in your favor or not. And that's also the core of solo role playing. And really, when you think about it, all solo role playing technically uh, is just make believe. You're just sitting there daydreaming, and I think that's really kind of the fun thing. Is that I do like daydreaming. It's a lot of fun. Okay, we are got the kinetic down. Still trying to get the sniper kills. Whoa, shit. There we go. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. We've been done. Holy shit, we're cool. All right, so that's basically all there is to it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and do a bonfire bash. See if we get any good armor. But I'm going to mute right now because I want to go and get something to snack on and drink. And my throat's starting to wear out. So I want to say right now, thanks for stopping by. And if you decide to leave at this point, until next time, I hope you find a game to play that you can enjoy both as a solo game and as a co-op game. Oh, that's the point. The other main thing I wanted to share real quick about solo role-playing systems is that you can play them cooperatively. That means you don't have this false sense of competition between you and the GM. Uh, Early days of RPGs, and even currently in some tables, it's very much the GM or DM versus the players and vice versa. So a lot of players come to the table with this idea that we are in competition with the dungeon master or the gaming master or the referee or whatever you call it in your system. I've never been that way. I've never been one of those killer DMs, and I've never stayed at a table once I started suspecting and seeing that my dungeon master was definitely him versus us. No, but no DM wants to see their big bad enemy guy taken down in 2 turns. But then again, I'm all for a new adventure, so if that happens, that happens. Anyway, that's all about I want to share. I'm going to go ahead and mute off right now unless something else pops up. And you guys have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my teammates, but they seem to be wanting to collect towards me. So I'm trying to find a corner that I can fire from where we can get crossfire, but not like constantly fucking shooting each other. I hate wasting grenades against an ally. That's just BS. Especially since holding grenades are such a waste to begin with. So I think the next one I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus for intellect. Okay, I guess we're not getting any solstice armor. Oh, here we go. Cool. Boots. Nice. Alright. Helmet and gauntlets. That's good. Oh, another weapon. I don't need all those weapons. Dude, what are you doing? Seriously. Alright, let's go ahead and stroke a couple egos, go see what we got, and then I'm going to take a break and go get some chores done. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think I definitely would rather have snots. Because I used to you could hit that back with some Sudafed, decongestant, and antihistamines. Chest congestion is a bitch. That lack of airflow is just not good. Sucks out your energy levels. Oh, missed. Of course I did. Okay, let's take a look. Alright. So, it's got a natural 12 resilience. Oh boy, let's see. I should have enough. So we'll go with Spark of Intellect. Right here. Or maybe not, I don't know. No, Intellect is way low. Jesus, okay, we're not doing that. I guess it would probably make sense to start with something that's got a pretty high intellect to begin with. Okay, so here we go. Intellect is 12. Intellect is 13. So mobility is really shitty too. Let's do this guy. Oh, I'm going to have to get more ass. Let's see, what did it do? It feels like it dumped some of the stats. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like that first shot, it's just fucking takes everything out. Jeez. Yeah, it's a scam. It's a scam. It really is. It's like that scam that people, companies put out there. It's like, yeah, reduced calorie, product, but it's like 20% less product, and they're going to charge you 30% more price. That was a demolitionist, but I already have enough primary weapons. I don't need any more. All right, well, disappointing. I'm not going to invest anymore. I don't think it's not worth it. It gets to a point now where it's just gambling. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.